This audio is on the screenwriter services that we offer from Smart Girls Productions. To see this page, you can go to smartg.com/writers, and you'll see a listing. It's the screenwriters directory of our services. And again, I'm going to go down the list. However, by the time you look at it, it may have changed. So you can just kind of look around for what I'm saying. Okay, so on this page right now, we see Marketing Your Screenplay with a Script Marketing Bible. That service, I'm just going to ignore right now because it's not one of our main services and it's in the process of being developed, so I'm not going to really discuss that. Find a literary agent or manager, screenplay query letter mailings. For screenwriters, when we send letters out to production companies, agents, and managers, it's called a query letter. And the query letter is a term that's used by writers, whether it's a novel or a screenplay or whatever it is. The query letter is the term for the letter that goes out to pitch their writing, to pitch their screenplay or their novel. And so ours is a screenplay query letter mailing. So for that, we get information from the writer who wants, let's say a writer wants to do business with us. We get information from them about their screenplay. And then we will draft a query letter draft a query letter for them that we think will pitch their screenplay in a way that would be of most interest to the producers and agents or managers. And then that query letter, they get a chance to review it, make any changes they want, and then once they approve it, then we move to the next step. And the next step is that we have a database where we have lots of information that we've collected and stored, and we constantly update on the producers who may want to produce their screenplay, or actually just producers, all the producers in Hollywood, and the literary agents and literary managers. And we have all their information tracked. We also put a whole range of different codes on these people to try to categorize them into a way that we can find the best people for those screenwriters to target their query letters to about their screenplays. We also do work with television writers. More of our clients are screenwriters, meaning writing movies. However, we do also keep track of the television writer, the literary agents for and managers for television writers. Okay, so again, our service, one of them is a query letter mailing, and that's where we write the query letter for the screenwriter. And then the second part is that we pick out the best people for them to target based on what their screenplay is about. Now, this is called a hard copy query letter mailing because they're actually going to mail out their physical letter in a regular envelope that will be sent through the U.S. postal system, and that's a hard copy query letter. In addition to that, we also have email query letters, and that's where instead of sending out a hard copy query letter, we have also tracked hundreds and hundreds of emails of producers, literary agents, and literary managers. And for those, we also have them divided up not in as much detail as with the hard copy query letters, but we've done the research on the people for the email query letters as well, and we have a couple of different groups that we have categorized them into. It's just for various technological reasons and research reasons, they're not as detailed in the way that we divide them out. However, it's not just blasting to everyone. So again, with this, we draft the email query blast. We will draft the email query. The writer gets a chance to approve it. And then we keep track of all the production companies, literary agents, and literary managers. And we'll pick out the right group of people for them to target with that. And that's also interacting with the writer to see what they think. So those are two of our main services, the hard copy query letter mailings and the email query blast. A third main service that we do for screenwriters is script analysis. And on this, that is, a writer will have written a screenplay, or they'll be somewhere in that process of it. And maybe they've already taken screenwriting courses or studied a number of books. Somehow they've ended up coming up with a screenplay, and now they want someone to review it to see if they're on track, see what they need to do to make it better. Well, we do the script analysis. Again, this is Melody speaking, and I've been rated one of the top script consultants in the country 3 different times by one of the top screenwriting magazines. And so they come to me because I've essentially established credibility, and and that's one of the things then that we use to promote our screenwriting analysis service, is that I have been rated a top consultant several different times. So they will come to us for the script analysis, and on that I will then either do an oral review with them where we will discuss it on the phone. So we'll set up a time. Once I read the script, then we'll set up a time for us to discuss it on the phone. Or secondly, they can get a written script analysis from us, and that's where I will write out 5, 6, 7 pages of notes covering all the different areas of what they need to do to improve it. And then on that one, there's a shorter follow-up conversation on it. So the script analysis helps them get their scripts ready for marketing, and then we help them market it through the hard copy query letter mailings and the email query letter mailings, the email query blast, that is. And then in addition to that, we have just an overview of other kinds of services. We do have a range of videos and ebooks that support people in this. Like, we have a Format Your Script Hollywood style. That's just telling them how to actually format the script on the page. We have another ebook on how to pitch your screenplay like a pro. And on that is really for when they go to different screenwriter events and they actually get an opportunity to verbally pitch their screenplay, that is to orally pitch it in person to the producer. This ebook on how to pitch your screenplay like a pro actually will tell them how to do it. And so we have a few different educational videos and ebooks on that. And then we have some campaign packages, which actually are just bundled packages of putting together, let's say, one script critique or analysis, that is, a script analysis, and also a hard copy query letter mailing and a follow-up email query blast. So we have different packages where it puts a few of those things together. And one other thing that's very important that we do, it's not one of our main services we promote, but we provide this because screenwriters need it, and that is we will actually type the screenplay for them if they like. So let's say that they've typed it on a typewriter, or they've handwritten it, or they wrote it a long time ago and they don't know where their computer file is, then they could send it to us and have us type it in this particular script writing software to get it in a particular format so that it's ready to market it. And so the script typing is another major service that we do. But it's not, as I say, it's not the one that we promote, but we offer that as part of that process of getting their scripts ready to go out to the market. And that's an overview, a pretty good detailed overview of what we do for screenwriters.